Okay, influence part 2 in the name of this video. Today I'm going to talk about the influences of TV shows and movies. This is part 2 of 8. I will post scriptures on part 1 and part 1 only, by the way. TV shows and movies. I decided appropriate to, put those two as one. And I'm starting to wonder if I should put in commercials on that too. Anyways, we are also, we're not only influenced by video games, but we're also influenced by TV shows and movies. I am not listening in any specific order. I don't know what has the strongest influence in our lives and what has the weakest. I don't know which is which. I'm just listening in random order. So that's the order I'm doing the influences on, at random order. TV shows and movies. Which is the second and third influence, at random order that I've listed. And like I said in part 1, if you read 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13, you notice that the influences that we have in our lives, which leads to temptation, to our temptation, is no excuse for living a sinful lifestyle. God will make a way out of it. TV shows and movies. Like I said, see how much time do I have left? Okay. The TV shows and movies in our lives, like I said, has an influence in our lives. Although many people would probably disagree with that. Influence, good or bad. I've heard of people that didn't understand, the love of Jesus and what he did for them until they've seen Passion of the Christ. They've read about it in the Bible. They probably read about it in the Bible several times, but they didn't get it until they seen the movie Passion of the Christ. That movie had an influence on them, a positive influence. Now, a lot of movies can have negative influence in our lives, and I think that there are more movies with negative influences in our lives than there are movies with positive influence in our lives. I believe that most movies, that the morality of movies has been going down ever since, before I was born. Probably, way before I was born, maybe 20 years before I was born, I don't know, since the 60s, 70s, something like that. Movies been going downhill. I've noticed that there are 80s movies that has the same content. 80s movies rated PG that has the exact same content as today's movie that is rated R. Interesting, ain't it? And there are movies that that contain lustful desires. Lust. They contain stuff that, that people lust after. Some movies contain, not just violence, and not just profanity in it, but some even has suggestive themes, drugs, alcohol, nudity. And in today's society, that's considered okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what today's culture would say. And in Hollywood, don't know the difference between love and lust. Or at least they're not showing in the movies, anyways. That most of them makes. The devil is behind most of the hot movies they made in Hollywood. And movies with profanity in general. It's all strong language to God. To God there is no mild language, it's all strong language. Cussing is cussing and will always be cussing in movies. TV shows, has an influence in our lives. Because if we, when we watch TV shows, then we might develop, we might begin to like, how a certain actor, does, what they do in that TV show that we like. We might like the characters, and we end up looking up to that character, and whatever they do, we want to do. See how much time I have left. And TV shows and movies, they contain, most of them contain, lustful desire. And even movies that, where you're supposed to play as a hero trying to save the world. They cannot play as it, where the guy's a hero trying to save the world. The Terminator movies, for example, with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's trying to save the world from, a doomed future. But notice, the guy, the hero, cusses a lot. The main character cusses a lot in that movie. He's easily angered. It's, once again, he might have good, morals and ethics, and aside from that, but still, when people imitate what we see. As TV shows and movies. TV shows. In the back on that again. I'm trying to think of one. Family Guy, South Park, for example. Adult-rated cartoons. Well, one of them is, anyways. I think Family Guy is at least rated TV-14. Or PG or something like that, depending on what channel it's on. I think I'll go more with Family Guy, because I don't know if that's more popular than South Park or not. Family Guy, it's a very popular show. TV-14, I believe. and the content in that is, terrible. I mean, I wonder how many fans of that are younger than 14. Or even if that's a good idea. You see, movies, video games that contains, that kind of content, a corruption in the content, and evil in the content. What God sees as evil, not what the law sees as evil in the content. Should not be watched, because anybody who watches those, will soon develop the corruption in their lives. They'll start cussing, they think that's funny. They start telling jokes that they heard from the show. Let's see every time. The morals and ethics, or some of them, will start going downhill. The corruption will slowly enter their life. The devil uses movies, TV shows, and video games, and so far as well I listed, and other things to influence us to the bad. There are some movies that has good influences on it, but in today's culture, most of them has, most movies in today's culture has negative influences on people. Let's see, movie made today. 2012. Yeah. Now, a lot of people who've seen the movie 2012 believe that the world is going to end in 2012. No, in fact, I believe that the estimated date is something like December 23rd, 2012, which is a little over 2 years from now. That's what that movie is about. In fact, they even calling people up, the world's gonna end in 2012. They might even be posting it on Facebook or MySpace or something. The world's gonna end in 2012. Well, first of all, the world was supposed to end in 2000, wasn't it? And here we are in almost 2011. It'll be 2011 in a couple of weeks. So therefore, any theory, any theory about what the end of the world, it has been proven time and time again false. Because for years and years, people have been saying that the world's going to end in 2000. And the date might have been New Year's Day 2000. I'm running out of time. Yeah, that movie which came out last year has a big influence about when people think the world's gonna end. I mean, if that was based on fiction, it'd be a different story. But it's based on a scientific theory. And I guess I'll let this video run for a little more time.